Hello and welcome to our wrap-up of our MD2MD Special Interest AI group. Joined as always with our resident expert, Neil Milan. Hello, Neil.
Hello, hello.
Super interesting conversations this week as always. And when we start the sessions, we always have a bit of a broad overview of matters occurring, what's new and happening in the world of AI. And you shared some interesting bits of information of what's been going on in the last few weeks.
Yes, it has been a particularly active couple of weeks in the AI space. We had the launch of ChatGPT 5.5, the new model from OpenAI, which is performing particularly well. We also had a couple of open source models launched, like the DeepSeek version 4, which has also all but caught up with the frontier models from Anthropic and OpenAI. And just the feature releases from OpenAI have now also reached a point where in the past conversations we've had, Anthropic had a lead, I would say, in terms of enterprise capabilities and tools that they made available. The two have now become much closer, and it's much more of a head-to-head between Claude and OpenAI, which also means that for people that are living on the one or the other side of the ecosystem, they don't have to be as worried as much anymore about have they made the right decision or not. They've got good tooling underneath that they can work with.
Yeah, definitely that. And it wouldn't be a session without you doing a few live demos just to blow people's minds. And this time we did that around looking at skill building and the use of codecs. And as you say, with it being more of a balanced playing field, it's quite interesting to see the two different ways of achieving that.
Yes, we had the one specific portion was to say one of the recent allocations for or acquisitions on OpenAI side was an acquisition that they made that specifically helped them with computer use. So the ability to control your computer and open applications and browse around. So we had an example of specifically using, in my case, Codex to submit my most recent municipal water reading, all by just giving it an instruction of how it should go about it, what website it should open, and what my most recent reading is, and it then navigating around the screen and doing that, and showing how easy it is to then take that as a workflow and package as a skill which you can reuse in the future. And similarly, how you can achieve exactly the same thing using Claude and using the Claude inside of Chrome and teaching Claude step by step how you typically do a workflow, and then having Claude package that as a skill.
Yeah, and it was fantastic to see so many people's kind of eyes lighting up and light bulbs going off of just thinking of how, from what is a simple example that you showed of like actually the many practical applications of that way of doing something within a business. The other thing that came up that was very interesting now that people are a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more au fait with using AI is actually thinking about broader governance and implementation and seemingly to a degree coming up with the ideas and creating the AI skills and codecs and so forth is almost the easier bit, and actually the implementation is going to be more challenging than where we might have first thought.
Yes, it very much is at a point now where the innovation part or the front side of the whole cycle is extremely fast. But then you get caught up in the typical organizational mud of having to get all the governance and monitoring and compliance in place, which definitely, in my view, puts small organizations at a substantial advantage at this point in time if they are nice and able to adjust and adapt quickly and be nimble. They can leapfrog in terms of adopting these tools where some of the large organizations tend to typically take longer to get these things in place.
Okay, amazing, fantastic. All right, well, as always, great to see you, Neil, and we will see you on the next session. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom.